Alright, so we're on 6.6 Part A, solving problems involving discounts at sales and sales tax. So basically tax and discounts. How to find sales tax. It's very simple. First you find out what the tax rate you will be paying is. Tax rates are written in percentages. In California, the tax rate is 8.25%. It's the same in Texas. Convert your percentage to a decimal by moving your decimal 2 spaces to the left. So 8.25% is going to equal 0.0825 because that's how you move it twice, you add that 0 in the blank spot, and that's what you get. Multiply the decimal form of the tax rate by the price of the item you're purchasing. So you'll take that 0.0825 and multiply it by whatever the cost was. If you bought a $10 CD, you'd multiply it by 0.0825, and that's the tax. You'd have to add the tax on, but that would give you how much tax you pay. So, here's another example. If an item costs $5, sales tax is 8.25%. Convert 8.25% to 0.0825. Move the decimal 2 places left. Multiply the tax rate, 0.0825 times $5, and you get 41 cents. The sales tax is 41 cents. But the total price of the item is $5 plus 41 cents. So that item would cost $5.41. This is how you find discount. It's the same way, except instead of adding on the cost, you take it off because it's a discount. Find out the percent of the discount, convert the percent to a decimal, multiply the decimal by the original price. You see that none of that, step 1 and 2 is not any different than tax. Step 3 is different. Take the answer in step 2 and subtract it from the original price. This is common sense. Tax, you have to pay more, so you have to add. Discount, you take money off. It costs less, so you subtract. So here's your example. If the discount is 20%, that's going to be 0.20, 2 tenths, or 20 hundredths. Let's say the item is $10. Multiply $10 by 2 tenths or 20 hundredths, and that equals $2. $10 minus $2 is $8. So the actual item would cost $8. You just can't forget that last step of subtracting, because otherwise you are going to get a teacher that looks at you and says, "How is the item $2 if it was 10 and it's only 20% off?" So you have to use some reasonableness there. So I need you to add these all these numbers to a sheet of paper. Go ahead and press pause while you put these on your paper. Okay, at the end of this, you're going to have 3 numbers left over. So I'm going to be giving you some problems to solve. You're going to be using tax rate and discount. And these answer choice, this is like a huge multiple choice bank. There's going to be 3 numbers left over though. So you're going to be crossing them out as you get them. So here's your first problem. The Hollister shirt is $10. The tax rate is 8.25%. So how much would you spend on taxes for this shirt? Go ahead and press pause and work this out on your paper. You would pay 83 cents. You took $10, multiplied it. You took $10 and multiplied it by 0.0825. And that's how you found your tax rate of 83 cents. So what would the total cost of the shirt be? Go ahead and press pause and find this out. If you add 83 cents to $10, you get $10.83. So the shirt would cost $10.83. Here's your next example. $45 iPod Shuffle, 1 gigabyte. Tax rate is 8.25%. What will the sales tax be if you purchase this item? And what will the total price be if you purchase this item? Go ahead and answer both questions. Hit pause. Alright, your sales tax is $3.71, and the way you got that was to multiply the $45 times the tax rate of 0.0825. Now, in order to do this on your paper, in case you're having a hard time, you do not have to line up the decimals. It's just at the end, make sure you count 4 decimal places over, since there's 4 decimal places in the top and none in the bottom, so you need 4 decimal places in your answer. So there's your tax rate. The total price is $48.71. All you had to do to get the total was to add $45 and $3.71. Here's your next example. eMatic 4GB video MP3 player with 2.4-inch screen, camera, and video recorder that costs $49. Tax rate is 8.25%. What will the total of the state sales tax be? Go ahead and hit pause and work this out to find the tax. So the total sales tax is $4.04. And you found this by taking the 49 and multiplying it by your tax rate of 0.0825. And that's how we got $4.04. What will be the total price of the MP3 player after the state tax of 8.25% is applied? Go ahead and solve this. Hit pause. The total price of the MP3 player after tax is $53.04. You had to add 49. You had to add 49 and the 404. Now remember, when you add, you do have to line up the decimals. And that's how you got $53.04. So if this jersey costs $89, this is Tony Romo's jersey that was 20% off. What would the discount be, and what would be the sales price? Go ahead and hit pause and work this problem out. Okay, so it's $89, and the discount of 20% would be $17.80. And here's how you found that. You took your 89 and you multiplied it by the discount as the decimal, so move 2 places to the left. Okay, when we work this out, we get $17.80, but there's 2 decimal places, so $17.80. But remember, this is the discount. So to find your total sale price, you would take that discount and subtract it from the total, because it's a discount. It's money off. And that is how you got $71.20. Next question. The Xbox 360 for $199.99. The discount is 25%. What is the discount? Go ahead and hit pause and work this out. Okay, so you took your $199.99 and you multiplied it by your discount of 25%, but you had to change it to a decimal first. Okay, when we did our multiplication, we got $50, so that is the discount. So what is the price after the discount? Go ahead and hit pause and figure this out. Okay, so we need to take our $199.99, subtract our $50, and the sales price is $149.99. What is the price after the discount and after taxes? So go ahead and work this problem out. Hit pause. Alright, so hopefully this didn't throw you for a loop. We did the discount already, so that's great. All we got to do is take that discounted price and multiply it by our tax rate. So we take our $149.99 and multiply it by our 0.825, and the tax rate, it wants the price after taxes. So we're going to take our $149.99. I'm not going to do all this out for you. And when you multiply it by the tax rate of 0.825, you get $12.37. Now this is the taxes. You need to add it into your sales price. And when we add that in, we get $162.36. Next example. iPod Touch for $229.99. The tax rate is 4%. What is the tax? Go ahead and hit pause and find the tax on this iPod Touch. Alright, so when you took your $229.99 and you multiplied it by the tax rate as a decimal, $229.99 multiply by your tax rate as a decimal, that'll give you how much you pay in tax, which is $9.20. What is the total price after taxes? Go ahead and hit pause and work that out. When you add it into the iPod Touch, you get $239.19 for the total price. So, the three you have left over are the $189.99, $165.35, and 74 cents.